Hello, everyone, and how we doing? And yes, we are back. The boys are back in town. Hang on, let me just. Sorry about that. That's okay. Yep, the boys are back in town. We are back from a summer vacation. Philip went to Barbados for 3 weeks, sunning himself there. Tequila went to Ibiza, the party with the party animals, and Dermatron did what any normal person would do: stay in your own country and go for a nice few days away in the sunny Thfc. Where I didn't need to go anywhere else but Wexford. We're the Monaco of Ireland, and as soon as everyone realises that, the better. But Mr. Brady, how are you? Back from Barbados on your boat? See, you're out there sunning it with Daniel Craig and all the Bond people. So how are you?
The nearest I got to Barbados was a wet Sunday in Dublin. So I don't think no yachts involved, I can assure you. Yeah, it's good to have a bit of football back on the TV again. It's been a couple of weeks without it. So yeah. I'm not counting the friendly matches of football, to be honest.
No. Look, it's going to be a duller tournament without Ireland there, isn't it, Philip, to be fair?
Yeah, but I'll tell you one thing. The Scots are going to make up for the fans. I think the Scots fans are going to be the ones to watch. I think they're brilliant at the moment. It's duller without Ireland, obviously, yeah. Yeah.
And Tequila, do you know, you're there, England are there, Gareth Southgate's there. Do you know, are you going to be coming home? Because the last time you played in a major tournament in the European Championships in Germany, you were home quicker than you got there. And I think if I remind me rightly, Euro 1988, played 3, lost 3, and a little country across the water beat you 1-0 in Stuttgart. Then you lost to Holland, and then you lost to Russia. So are you hoping for a better experience this time round?
With Gareth Southgate? No, we'll do a bit better because we can actually score goals, but don't ask me about our defence, bro. 1988, I was barely born by then, Dermo.
Well, there's a lot of older fans will remember Euro 88. It was a disastrous tournament for England. Gary Lineker had I think he had malaria, or something like that, apparently. But a little country did beat them 1-0. Ray Houghton with a header in the top corner of the net. You know, me and Philip remember it well. Philip took a week off work because he was celebrating so hard in Leitrim that they actually did a festival after him called the festival, according to Philip.
Look at him.
It's so legendary that they're doing it. They do it every year. It was even on Liveline the other night, and Philip knows what I'm talking about. Philip knows what I'm talking about.
Today I feature on Liveline. I'll pack it in, I think.
Anyway, but look,
I'm sad. I'm honestly sad to not see Ireland there. I'd like to see. I shame you guys didn't qualify. I would like to.
Yeah, but tell you one thing: if we were there, we get embarrassed with the present team. We'd be embarrassed.
Hang on a minute. Don't worry. 4 years time.
Scotland might feel the same way.
Well, don't worry, lads. In 4 years' time, we will be there because we'll be hosting the damn thing. You know. But anyway,
I don't think you can screw that up. I don't think so.
Pardon?
I said I don't think you guys can screw that up. Can you?
We'll just get rid of him, Philip. We'll just get rid of him for a little while now.
The bunny back in the box. Why don't you put the bunny back in the box? Yeah.
You know, these England fans coming on here thinking they're going to win, and they're having to go with us, Philip.
I think seriously. I thought you'd have a Scotsman in a tartan skirt. We're on time as your picture.
I haven't got the full version of this. Film.
Okay.
I can't even find a cockerel for the Spurs one. I wish there was a cockerel there, but there isn't.
They were just showing Euro 88 there, Philip. I mean, I know it's Tequila can't remember it, but that Dutch side, wasn't it? It was something special, that Dutch side, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, that was pure football.
Yeah.
Great stuff. Really was.
And we drew against them, if I remember rightly. We did?
Or was that... I know we drew against them in 1990.
No, we lost to them. We lost to them.
Do you remember the long clearance by Paki Bonner was dropped by the goalkeeper? And
that was 90.
That was 90, was it?
Yeah, 88.
88 held out for a draw. The Ruud Gullit team, wasn't it? The Ruud Gullit and Van Basten.
Yeah. In 88, if we held out for a draw, we were in the semi-finals, and they got the flukiest goal ever, Holland, in that game. look, what are you hoping for this tournament, guys? What's we're going to welcome a few people in it, but it is the second major international in world football in Europe. What are you hoping for, Philip? What do you want to see from this tournament?
I'd like to see good attacking football. I don't want to see players diving around the place at the merest touch, looking to get the opposition sent off. And I want to see the people that operate VAR in Europe, can they do it any better than the Premiership's been doing it?
Now, VAR, you bring a very good point, because tonight is the first time they're trialing it, that when there's a VAR decision, the people at home and the people in the stadium will hear them coming to a decision with the decisions.
That's very interesting. But what happens now? This is going to be sounding a bit silly. Say you've got Serbia playing Slovenia, right?
Yeah.
And the crowd is all Serbian and Slovenian, and the announcer's made in English. Half of them won't know what they're talking about.
No, they will. They'll have. They will.
Are they going to have interpreters? Are they going to?
Yeah, they will do.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how they actually do it. You know.
Well, they do it in the world. They do it in the Olympics, that they have different people speaking different languages. Like in the Olympics, but
you don't want 14 different people talking. It'll delay the game a long time. You know, to keep doing that.
Yeah. Tequila, what are you hoping for Euro 2024? I mean, from an England point of view, what are you hoping to see different from what you did 4 years ago?
Well, from 4 years ago, I guess
to win it.
To win it, which is a tough ask, because you need a little bit of luck as well. You know, it's not always the best teams. You need a little bit of luck as well. I'm very concerned about the England defence. So because of that, I think actually that will be our Achilles heel, I think. But and also for Scotland, I am half Scottish, even though I consider myself English.
Yeah.
If they could get out of the group, that would be amazing for Scotland, I think. If they could somehow manage to get out of the group. I'm not sure how they're going to do it, to be honest, but I think that if you ask the Scotsman, I think that would be a massive achievement for Scotland, just to get out of the group, even if they get out in third place, you know. So, but for England, I don't know. The minimum for England is going to be, if we don't get to the semi-finals again, it will be considered a catastrophe almost. But
I want to say big up to Spursicus. It says greeting one and all footballers back. Yes, it is. We've got DJ Samuel. Big up DJ. Says good evening, everyone. Good evening, DJ. We've got Chris as well. Big up, Chris. Big up, lads. Hope you're well. Ian Ferguson as well. Big up, Ian. This is afternoon. Afternoon all. Alba Gubath. Yep. It's good. My Gaelic isn't as great as it used to be. Yeah. Philip's looking at me in pure disgust.
Well, I don't have any Irish at all. I've probably less than you have, so you know.
Anyway, go. Anyway, and GC on G Lettress, which is something there. Yeah, G. And I think I've got it right. GC on Lee Lettress.
I thought you were talking about the electricity there for a minute.
No, please may I go to the toilet. Chris says England will never win anything because we only accept yes men in the dugout. It would be Steve Holland or Lee Carsley as Southland's replacement. But when it's England's women, they appoint a Dutch coach and win. He also goes on to say, but when it's men, it has to be mediocre English managers who are all crap. He also goes on to say, if France will win it, it's their levels above everyone else. And he says, I'm hoping for Southland to be sacked for the first game. Then we'll have a chance.
No, unless Daniel Levy's in charge, that won't happen.
No. Well, look, let's go through the groups, guys. There's 4 groups. 6 groups. Group A, of course, tonight, Germany, Scotland, Hungary, Switzerland. Group B, Spain, Croatia, Italy, Albania. Let's start with Group A, guys. Philip, look, Germany. I'm back in Germany. I have a funny feeling Germany can win the whole damn thing because you never count out the Germans. Yeah. And later on, before we finish off, I have their European record, which sort of backs up what I'm trying to say. Is this a group Scotland could get out of? And where would you think Scotland have to pick up points, Philip? Where do you think is there?
Well, I don't see them getting anything out of Munich tonight now, to be honest. Much as I'd like to see them, but I don't think Germany will lay down a marker tonight. We beat Hungary, so Scotland can beat Hungary. And Switzerland, decent team. So I think the most they can hope for is maybe a win against Hungary and a draw against Switzerland. So I don't know whether that'll be enough to get them out of the group or not, but they'll give it a go, and their fans, as I said, will light up the place, you know. And I would love to be a pub in Munich at the minute, because you'd make enough money this weekend to last you for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So if you were looking at teams to qualify from Group A, what are you looking at, Philip?
I'm looking at, I'm going to go Germany and Switzerland.
I'm going to go for Germany and Scotland for me. Tequila?
I think I agree with Phil. They're not going to get anything from Munich, so they're going to have to pick up at the very least 4 points to have a chance. That means they've got to win against Switzerland, Hungary, and get a draw. I think probably Germany, will probably ease the group, and I think Scotland probably will get third. So it will depend, obviously, on what the other third place teams get in the other groups to see if they can get through. I don't think they're going to get through automatically. I've got to be honest. I think third's most likely. If they can get a good record in third, then maybe they can go through that way.
Okay, so who's your top two to go in then?
I'm going to go Germany and I'm going to go Switzerland.
Right. Okay. Very, very interesting. Three different opinions there, which is good. Group B, we're going to Spain, Croatia, Italy, the champions, and Albania. For me, this is probably the group of death out of the whole groups, I think, for me, Philip and Tequila. I'll go to Tequila first, then down to you, Philip. Look, Italy, European champions, Spain have been looking good the last couple of years. Croatia, is this their last chance with their golden generation to do anything? Albania, I think are just glad to be there, but you never know. They could spring a surprise. I'm going to go for a bit of a shocker. I'm going for Spain and Croatia to get out of Group B. Tequila, would you agree with that?
I think it's a group of death. I think Albania could be the whipping boys pretty badly in this one for them. They might not be able to pick up any points, or maybe they might squeak a draw in one of them. But as for the top three, I don't know. It really is. You could see any of Spain, Croatia, and Italy. Croatia, I've learned never to bet against Croatia in the big tournaments. They always show up, and they've still got Modric, who's still one of the best players in the world. Oh God, I'm probably going to go with Italy and Croatia, believe it or not, but it could easily be any of the three. Honestly, all I know is Albania's for getting last. That's what I do know.
So who's your top two to get through there?
I think I'm going to go.
I think this is going to be one of the groups where three teams go through, and Albania will not be in that three. I would say Spain, Italy, with Croatia getting through on that as a third qualifier.
Right, I tell you. Yeah, I see what you're getting at. Do you think Spain will win that group?
I wouldn't like to pick it. I think it could go. Either team could win that group. Either team could, Spain or Italy. There's nothing between them as far as I can see, really. You know.
Would you count Croatia out completely then, Philip?
No. Croatia will get Croatia. I think Croatia will probably get enough points to scrape through as one of the they'll beat Albania, and they might get a draw against the other two. You know, but I think they will go through. They're too good a team not to go through, to be honest. Yeah. And like Tequila said, Luka Modric, this is probably his last major tournament. You'd love for him to go out with a real bang this time, you know.
Yeah.
Is Perisic fit for it?
I don't know.
I love it. Who was your three to go through? Who was your two to go through anyway, Tequila? I didn't get that. Sorry.
I'm probably going to go with Italy, and then I think Croatia. I really do think I'm not betting against Croatia ever again.
Interesting. Now, Philip, Group C: Slovenia, Denmark, of course, European champions in 1992, Serbia, and England. Look, England. Everyone's expecting England to win the whole thing. They're favourites, Philip.
Yeah.
They have got the best squad, but it's the manager that probably lets them down. Is this an easy group or a hard group for England?
With England, you never know, because they're going into this. England expects every man to do his duty. Now, whether that means winning a tournament, which has not happened since 1966, the huge pressure on this team. They came so close the last time, and they'll be expected. I think they must be one of the favourites for this tournament. I haven't really been following the odds on it, but teams like Serbia, must be hateful to play against.
Mm.
They're a really tough, hard team to get a result against. I think Slovenia are probably the weak link in this group.
Mm.
So I'm going to go for England and Serbia to go through, with possibly Denmark to scrape in as a third one.
Yeah, Tequila. I mean, look, Tequila for me. I think Denmark will be tough. I think I agree with Philip. Serbia's going to be so hard. There's no easy games in this group.
No.
What are you hoping? What are you looking for the? Forget about Gareth Southgate and your hatred for him, but as a group of individuals, as a 26-man squad, is this England's tournament to lose?
It is England's tournament to lose, really, and I'm a little bit concerned about some of the choices Southgate's made with his 26, but it is what it is. I think our defence is at fullback. We're very, very weak. And at centre-back, believe it or not, without Harry Maguire, and I can't believe I'm saying this, we're actually a bit light on centre-halves as well. I mean, if there's an injury to John Stones, we're in big trouble.
Yeah.
So, attacking-wise, I think we've got, if not the best, then one of the best attacks. So we'll score goals. I'm pretty sure we'll score goals. But if we come up against a team who likes to attack, like a France or something like that, I think we'll struggle badly. But against these guys, I've got to be honest, we'll probably score enough goals to get us through, even if we do let in one or two because our defensive issues.
Who's your top three to go through then?
I'll go England first. I think Denmark second, and Serbia. Serbia might get through in third if they obviously got a good enough record.
Where's that noise coming from?
I'm about to turn it off now, dear mate. I'll turn it off now. It's something in my background. One sec.
That's okay.
Sounds like shotguns, huh?
It does. I thought somebody was out to shoot your bunny rabbit. Philip, Group D, Poland, Netherlands, Austria, and France. Look, you really expect the Dutch and the French to go through. The French are one of the favourites as well. Everyone's backing them to win the tournament. You expect the Dutch and the French to go through from that group. Could they swing a surprise? Could there be a surprise in that group?
I'm just checking that Ivan Perisic is in the Croatian squad. So
he is. So he's fit to play.
Right. Yeah, you expect Netherlands and France to go through there, but Poland could be a dark horse.
Yeah.
With Lewandowski up there, he can never rule him out. So I think Austria will be the also-rans in this, although they're not a bad team either. But you can't look beyond Netherlands or France because France will be there or thereabouts at the end of this tournament.
Yeah.
So who do you think will go through then, Philip?
Netherlands and France.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about the third place there.
Do you know what, Philip? I might disagree with you. I don't think Netherlands or France will get through that. I think Poland or Austria might spring a surprise.
Jeez, you must be the only person in Europe who doesn't think France are going to do well.
Well, I don't like the French anyway, so
I don't either, but I still think they're a good team.
Yeah.
No, I think they're a one-man team. Let's put it that way. Tequila, where are you going on this?
It's difficult to look past France. Yeah, and I agree with you, Demo, a little bit. Maybe they're a little bit overrated, and they're obviously they're not as good as some of the old French teams who won the World Cup. Maybe that's fair as a team. Maybe they're not as good, but Netherlands are good as well, but they're not great. Poland are okay. Austria, I think, are going to be the whipping boys a little bit. I'm afraid. I'm going to go with France, Netherlands, and Poland maybe to get third, get in that way. Austria fourth.
I think Holland will win the group, and I think France will come in second. Because is it that group that play England? Group D plays Group C in the second round of 16.
I have no idea. I didn't see that. I haven't gone that far.
I think it is. I think it could be England, France, and then England, Italy somewhere in the quarterfinals. Then they play Germany in the semi-finals, and then whoever they play in the final. But that'll be interesting to see who comes out of that group. Group E: Belgium, Slovakia, Romania, and Ukraine. Philip, Belgium. Look, Belgium have had this golden generation where they should have won a tournament by now. They haven't. Slovakia, Romania. Romania of the good old days of Hadji, and I think they're now not the team they were. Ukraine, I think you're always going to want them to do well because of what's happening in the country. Yeah. So there's that bit of extra support for them. Look, for me, I think Belgium, Ukraine will get out of that group. with Slovakia in third for me. Would you agree with that, Philip, or would you disagree?
No, I think Romania are better than you're saying there. I have a feeling. I think this may be a tournament too far for Ukraine. I know everybody will want them to go through, and I want them to go through. But I just think the fact that they're playing away from home, the mentality that I know they want to give their hard pressed people something to cheer about. I think we'll all agree with that. But I just in the hard cold light of day, I think they're going to come short on this one. And I'm going to go for Belgium and Romania to go through out of that group.
Oh, okay. Tequila, where are you going with that?
Belgium remind me of England a little bit. They had their golden generation, like apparently we did when we had Gerrard and Lampard and everything, and we didn't do it, and they didn't do it either. So it could be that maybe it's passed them by a little bit, but they're still a decent team. So I'd expect them to go through at first, probably. And even though Ukraine might not be the best football team, I think maybe, obviously because of what's going on, maybe they have a little bit extra spring in their step. Is that the right word to use? Maybe because they want to obviously entertain their people, give their people something to look forward to and to enjoy. So maybe for that they might have a bit more psychologically going for them. So I'm going to say they might just get second, but as a football team, I don't think they're significantly better than Romania or Slovakia, really. But maybe they might have a bit more motivation. So I'll go for the happy story and say that they can get second, just about.
Right. So if England finish first in Group C, Group C winners plays the third place side in Group D, E, and F. If England finish second in Group C, the group winners play Group C runners up. So that's Germany's group, which is interesting. I hope you're writing this down, Tequila and Philip. If English finish one of the best third place players, then they will play the Group F winners versus the third place.
What about Group E there? Lou was saying they played the Group E team.
No, that's if England finish one of the fourth best third place. If England finish first in Group C, they play the third place side in Group D, E, and F. If England finish second in Group C, they play the winners of Group A. Right. In Dortmund. Okay. So that is sort of England's route to the final. Then we've got the last group: Turkey, Georgia, Portugal, and Czech Republic. Look, for me, I was speaking to Colm today, and Colm said to me that the last time Portugal won the European Championships, Man United won the FA Cup. England lost to Iceland. Was it Iceland you lost to, Tequila?
When was this?
In your last friendly.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like years ago. Oh,
no. Yeah. In your last friendly.
Yeah. Yep. Iceland.
Was it Iceland? Would that happen the last time in 2016 when Portugal won the European Championships? So, could history be revisited?
Portugal to win it. They're my team to win it.
What, the whole thing, Phil?
Yeah. Portugal, Germany in the final.
So, look, we've got Turkey, Georgia, Portugal, Czech Republic. Look, Portugal going to win that group. There's no doubt about that. I watched them play us the other night, and the less we say about that game, the better.
What, we're 3-0,
they would have done that to most teams on Tuesday night. It wasn't just us, you know.
We weren't great either, Philip, to be fair.
But Portugal were very good. They would have beaten most teams the way they played on Tuesday, you know.
Well,
they never do that well though in the finals, do they? They never do that well in the big.
Well, again, this will be Ronaldo's probably his last tournament, unless he gets into his 40s to play for the World Cup, you know. So, big
Modric. Breaking news: Ireland are still looking for a new manager. Though they probably have got one there, but they just don't want to announce them yet. I'm going for Portugal and Turkey to get out. And it's Georgia's first ever international tournament like we had in '88. So I really hope they have a good result.
They're happy to be there, aren't they?
Yeah, Portugal and Turkey for me. The German side's just going to be announced, so I'll give you the Scottish side when it comes up. Philip, where are you going for? Who's going to finish second and third in that group?
Portugal and Czech Republic, and then possibly Turkey get the third spot.
Yeah, I think I would agree. Before we get to you, Tequila, I will give you the Scottish side. in a minute, guys, and sides have just come out. So
Okay.
Germany are playing a 4-2-3-1 formation. Havertz up front for Germany. Nuna in goal, and then Kimmich is playing in one of the full-back rows. And here is the Scottish side. They're just practicing, or it's the German side showing their skill, playing keep-me-up football in a circle. Very German-like.
You know? Do you want me to read out the Scottish team, Dermot?
Yeah, if you're ahead of me, then go ahead, Philip. Yeah.
Scottish team is Gunn in goal, Tierney, Porteous, and Hendry, 3 at the back. Robertson, McTominay, McGregor, and Ralston in midfield, and Christie, Adams, and McGinn in the forwards, and Kai. Oh, that's him. Yeah, that's him. So it's Gunn, Tierney, Porteous, Hendry, Ralston, McGregor, McTominay, Robertson, Christie, Adams, and McGinn.
Do you know what? I think Scotland could bring a surprise tonight.
No,
what formation is that, Phil? They said what formation?
It's kind of a 3-4-3-1.
They're saying it up here on RTE. It's a 3-4-3. Yeah.
The substitutes with Scotland are. I don't know a lot of these names. Actually, the only names I kind of recognise are
McKenna.
None of them, I'm afraid.
Forrest, Taylor, McLean, Jack, Conway, Morgan, Armstrong, Cooper, Gilmore, Henley, Clark. I don't know half of them either. So look, this is
Gordon, 41 years old, by the way, Dermo. So he's playing.
So who's your Group F, Tequila? Who's your top 3 to get through from that group?
Portugal are going to win it, and then I think Turkey second, Czech Republic, depending obviously how they do, could get third.
Well, this is Louis Chill's music. He says my group winners are A, Germany, Switzerland, B, Spain and Italy, C, England and Denmark, D, France and Netherlands, E, Belgium and Ukraine, and F, Portugal and the Czech Republic. And a few little third teams in there as well. To big up to Shamu as well. He says Scotland are on hype. I remember when Croatia played them in the World Cup, they were crap. LOL. All the Euros, can't remember. They weren't all that anyway. Well, no, Scotland never get out of a group.
No.
They never really do.
That'd be them winning the World Cup if they did, though, man. That'd be equivalent.
Yeah. Now, how does the ranking third teams work? Well, top teams from each 6 groups will proceed to the round of 16, guys. Those 12 sides will be joined by 4 of the 6 third-place finishers in the groups. The side finishing third will be placed into a league table with the top 4 sides progressing in the last 16. Teams that finish third in their respective groups are ranked in order of the following criteria, starting with points, goal difference, goal scored, wins, lower disciplinary points total, European qualifiers overall ranking, and if host Germany are involved in the comparison drawing of lots. So
that's a strange one, isn't it? At the end,
it's a very weird one, actually. I have to say.
And where's number 8? An envelope for the referee.
Yeah, I remember back in 1990, we had to draw lots to see who played who when we played Romania. Either we were going to play Germany or Romania in that second round, and we got Romania. So I do remember that. The final tournament, of course, it starts today. And it was also, forgot to mention, guys, happy transfer window open day.
Did we sign anybody yet?
Daniel, can you wake up, please, from your slumber? Transfer window's open, mate.
We've got travel. We'll start on the 14th opening game, of course, at the football arena. And that, of course, that is where Bayern Munich play. June the 30th to July the 2nd, around the 16. July 5th and 6th quarterfinals, 9th and 10th semi-finals, and the 14th of July is the final in the Olympia Stadium, Berlin, where the 1974 World Cup final was held when Germany beat Holland 2-1 in that final.
It's some stadium. I was in it at the Athletics a few years ago. Unbelievable stadium. It's nearly as good as our stadium.
Yeah. Now, Philip, before we get to Tequila, is there any place in Germany, Philip, that sort of springs to mind when you look at that group where games are going to be played? Is there any sort of one town or city that springs to mind for you, that brings you back to the happiest day of our lives?
Well, the happiest day of our lives.
Yeah. as Ireland football fans?
Oh, Stuttgart. Oh, yeah.
Stuttgart.
Yeah, but like the ground that's going to really blow this tournament up is the Dortmund ground.
Yeah, it is.
I'm going to say that.
Yeah.
It is.
I mean, what do you call it? I must say, the Munich Stadium is unbelievable. It really is. I mean, I'd say when Spurs were doing the stadium, they had to look at that and designed a lot of the things that are in that stadium. But it's really, really good. Stuttgart obviously is going to have sentimental reasons for Ireland, but I think Dortmund and Munich are going to be the places where the real atmosphere is going to be for the matches.
Yeah.
I think so. And you, Tequila?
Yeah, right away, my eyes went right to Dortmund because I really like their stadium. Can't wait to see the games there, mate. So Dortmund for me is my favourite stadium out of them.
Carl, there seems to be a recurring theme. It doesn't it, Tequila?
Yeah.
I'm beginning to think, is he really under the thumb there? You know.
It's the sun.
Yeah, do that again, Tequila. Do that again. That's it. Yeah. Well done. Big up, Carl. It says DJ Samuel says game might be delayed. Lots of traffic issues at the moment. Yeah, we've heard that. Let's kick this party off now, guys. We are finishing at 10-8, and then we're all going over to Bobby's stream. It is being streamed live on this channel as well for the watch along of Germany, Scotland. So any game that Bobby's doing, we're going to do a build up to that game. Either me and Tequila, me and Philip, for any game. And me and Tequila and Philip, hopefully, will be able to do some your watch alongs during the week for you guys. If you're at work or, you're not well, we're hopefully to bring you a few as well. Yeah, no problem. I'd do that, Philip.
Mm-hmm.
So that is all the information you need to know about Euro 2024. But the Germans tonight, Philip, Germany's European record and, international football is beyond. They're probably the most successful European side, I think, in Europe over the history of international tournaments. 4 World Cups, 3 European Championships. There was always the saying, wasn't it? You never write off the Germans.
Never bet against the Germans. Yeah,
and it's true, Philip, isn't it? I mean,
that's true.
Over the years, there's been some great German sides, hasn't there? Over the years.
Oh, there has been. And you even go back to the one that lost against England in '66. That was a great team. Franz Beckenbauer and Uwe Zähler and all these guys, but that they didn't. They went on then to win it in '74, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Then, of course, when Germany reunited in 1989 and 1990, that brought from '94 on. They've just been known as Germany. Up to that, they were West Germany. Yeah, I mean they are. They're good. They've always had, as you say, you never bet against a German team. You really don't. But I'll tell you one thing: the country of Germany needs a successful tournament at the minute because there's an awful lot of division in Germany at the moment. There's a big right wing swing there, and it's the things are not hunky dory as they always have been there.
No.
And I think winning this tournament could help to maybe unite people together again. But it's hard to bet against Germany. But I have a feeling they'll get to the final, but I don't think they're going to win it.
No. Well, that sort of brings me on. Me and Philip and Tequila are setting up a little political channel where we're going to talk about our political thoughts about what's happening in the world, where we can't really on our football channel. So watch out for that. The next week or so, me and Philip and Tequila will be doing a few political shows on a new political YouTube channel. So we'll let you know when we get that up and running. And we are going to cover the election on the 4th of July, the UK general election. And we're going to talk about the exit poll, and we'll go as long as we can talk about that. So it should be really interesting. And we're going to talk about things that we can't talk about, of course, on football, because football and politics don't mix. And we've got a lot of interesting topics that we can talk about, and especially with the European elections, our local elections over here, the general election in the UK, and of course the upcoming US general election as well. So, so we've got that coming. So the next couple of days, we will get that up and running. Now, Tequila, Germany 72 to 2024 is their length in how many tournaments they've qualified for. Of course, they won the very first tournament they entered in 1972, of course, then backed that up with winning the World Cup in 74. 80 and 96, runners-up in 76, 2008 and 92. I mean, you look at their record, 53 played, 127, drawn 13, lost 13, 78 goals scored, 55 against, and the little star there donates draws, including knockout matches decided via a penalty shootout.
Yeah, they love their penalties and they're bloody good at them, and it's really annoying as an England fan.
If you look at them as an international side, Germany are really something else, aren't they?
They are, and they seem to arrive in most tournaments. They're obviously, I can't remember if it was the last tournament or the one before where they completely had like the worst. They didn't win a game and they were humiliated. They won't want that to happen again. Was that the World Cup or was that the last European Championship?
The World Cup. The last World Cup.
So they obviously left a bit humiliated. So they won't want to repeat anything like that. And to be honest, I doubt they will, especially with them being the hosts. Thing about Germany is like if you look at their team man for man, they probably haven't got the best team, but they're very efficient. Germans are very efficient in a lot of things. So as a team at home, they're going to be punching above their weight. I think they'll walk the group. How far they get after that is harder, but I think they'll get out of the group easily, Dermo. It depends who they come up against. You need a bit of luck in these tournaments as well.
You do, and the winner out of that group was the last World Cup in Qatar. Well, I think they lose against Japan.
No, they lost South Korea. Sonny scored the last.
Did they get any? Did they get any points at all?
I don't think they did. No, I think they finished bottom of the group. It was one of the worst World Cups. Look, Sir Alex Ferguson said it was Mourinho saying to him, "Why did you not come back to United? We need you."
Yeah, you see him there.
Yeah. Philip, look, before we get on to Scotland, Germany. I mean, 72, 74. 76, 82. They qualified for a lot of finals between 1972 to 1990. They mostly qualified for every final, bar 84 and 88. But they qualified for, finals apart from them two. I mean,
yeah, that was the time when Germany was divided. And they didn't have players like from Leipzig or any teams like that at that stage. So, it was an even bigger achievement when they only had half a country to pick from.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, how good are Germany?
Oh, they're very good. They're efficient. Typical German efficiency is the best way to put it. They'll be well prepared. They've done their homework on the opposition. They'll be okay. They mightn't be the most attractive team to watch. We'll see how they get on, but they'll grind out results and they'll not be far off at the end.
Big up to Colin Cross as well. It says, "Evening, my fellow counts." And Louis says they've been inconsistent for a decade in international tournaments, which they really have.
How many World Cup players do you think they've got, Dermo, in closing? They've got Mozzarella. Is that how you pronounce it?
I don't think Germany have any big names. But see, what impressed me about Germany, back in the 2010 World Cup, they were bringing through their youth system. Yeah. They're under 21s.
Yeah.
And that team went on to win the 2014 World Cup, that young side.
Yeah.
And they went on to do very well in tournaments. And Julian Nagelsmann, of course, is the German manager as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You never write off the Germans. And this is why I'm picking them to win the whole damn thing. At home support. You just never know. Now, Scotland. What can we say about our Celtic cousins? Not a lot, really, can we, Philip? Because they never get out of the damn group.
No.
Well,
they raised their game against us, Dermo. When they played England in the last tournament, they raised the game against us.
Yeah, they raised the game so much. If I remember, they broke your crossbar in 1977 at Wembley.
That's right.
Yeah.
Scotland always raised the game against England because that's the old enemy,
If they played as well against us and put as much effort in as they do playing against us, against the other teams, they might have got out of the group. But because they only show up again when they play against us. So.
Right. I've got a couple of bits of breaking news for you guys on the football side. One of them is I got this about a minute ago or so. AS Roma owner, I did see this on X earlier, but I was waiting to get confirmation of it. And now I have that AS Roma owner Dan Frederikin has agreed a deal with Everton majority shareholder Moshe to buy the club. So AS Roma owner has now reached a deal to buy Everton Football Club. So look out for that. We'll wait for more news for that, guys. And also just another little bit of news. Adam Lallana, the former Brighton player who went on a free at the end of the season, has now signed for Southampton on a free transfer. So that is probably one of the earliest deals to go through.
That's how he started. He went from Southampton to Liverpool to Brighton, yeah.
Yeah. So he's now gone back to Southampton, and the AS Roma owner has let me get that again for you guys so we know, get it right, has agreed a deal with Everton majority shareholder to buy Everton Football Club.
Well, you're allowed to have two clubs, am I? Am I wrong in that?
I don't know.
You can't play in the same competition anyway, but that's not an issue at the moment anyway.
No. Now, Scotland, because we've got to finish shortly because we've got to shoot over to the other side. Scotland 92 to 2024. Group stage is 92, 96, 2020. Played 9, won 2, drawn 2, lost 5, scored 5, conceded 10. Philip, are we all rooting for Scotland to actually get out of the group? To be there to say, we've seen them do it. We've seen Scotland at last. If they qualify out of a group, that group of players will be heroes for the rest of their lives, won't they?
Not only that, he says, there'll not be a sober person in Scotland for the next month. So it'd be a fantastic achievement for them to get out. It really would. And I'd love to see it happen. I really would, especially for those fans because they are something else. And they'll bring a bit of colour. Because let's face it, look at the other teams that are there. There's not a lot of, of character in a lot of the fans. And I hope the England fans behave themselves. No offense, lads, but I hope you do behave yourself. Because England fans going to Germany could start a few chants.
There's always some idiots, Phil. There's always some idiots.
I know.
Well,
look, I heard one been sung the other day now, and it wasn't very nice.
Well, look, I'm going to sort of defend them a little bit here. Look, I am. There is other countries as well with bad fans as well. So, let's hope everyone behaves themselves. I doubt it will. I do know what Philip's getting at, but you look at
the rivalries in Germany and England. There's always an undercurrent, and it'll surface during this tournament. I've no doubt.
Yeah, well, let's hope not. Tequila, very quickly. Scotland, can they get out of the group? Can they do it?
Yes. Because other than Germany, the other teams aren't. They're probably the worst team in the group, but they're not significantly worse than the other two. They are significantly worse than Germany. They're not the other two teams. So yes, they can. Then they'll need to, like I say, they'll need to give everything every game to have a chance of, and it will be close games. It will be one goal this way or that way. They're not going to steamroll anyone, are they? So
no.
They need to be hard to play against, and they need to take their chances when Scotland get them, because they probably won't get many chances. They've got to take them when they do.
Yeah. So, quick question here, guys. Philip, yeah or nay, will Scotland qualify out of their group this time round at last?
My head says no, and my heart says hope they do. But I think they'll struggle. I think they might just struggle to get out of the group, but I hope to God they do.
Could you imagine England, Scotland in the round of 16?
No, God.
Yeah.
I'm going for they can qualify out of that group. For you, Tequila?
I think they got a chance in third. I don't think they'll probably get in the top two. They need to get a win. They need to get a win from somewhere. I don't know where, but they need to get a win. If they get a win, then I think they can get in third. They need to get a win from somewhere.
There's some lady singing on the TV. As one fella's dressed like a banana.
Each to their own, don't they?
The one thing I'll say about this tournament, there's always one team comes through on the outside and no one expects to do anything. And wouldn't it be great if that was Scotland?
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, it would be. I'm just ashamed. Philip, we need to be there. We need to be in these major tournaments. I'm really sick of watching a major tournament and knowing Ireland's not there.
Yeah, well, another couple of years to wait for that to happen, I'm afraid.
I think you're a better team than Scotland, so I don't think there's any reason why you can't get there, dude.
No.
I don't think so.
No. We've got a shit side. No, we've got a shit
worse
side.
than Scotland?
Yeah.
Okay.
absolutely worse than Scotland. We can't even get a manager, let alone bloody win a game.
Yeah, you need to get that stuff.
Shamu says the singing performance is terrible. Is this targeted at children or something? What a joke. Well, it is. I don't.
What's on the volume? I haven't.
What type of song is it? I haven't put it on yet. What type of song is it?
Oh, it's probably the Eurovision Song Contest type stuff.
Yeah, this is the one that should have won, but they never got through. LOL, Dermot, it's rubbish. I'm watching it with no sound, so I'll let you know. Now, listen, guys, we are going to go and join Bobby now for the match. So, look, we're going for tonight's game. What's your score prediction, Philip?
3-0 to Germany.
Tequila?
3-1 to Germany.
I'm going 1-0 Scotland.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm going 1-0 Scotland. Scotland can do it. So come on, my Celtic brothers. Do not let us down. Show England how to do it. Do you know, beat the Germans. Because England bloody well can't. Anyway, on that bombshell, we're going to quickly finish off here. We're going to run across the studio. That means Philip going downstairs, getting a drink and coming back upstairs.
And send me the link as well to get on.
And send you the link. Tequila's going to go outside and pick up his takeaway, and I'm just going to sit where I am, just move over to a different room. But we'll be on in a couple of minutes anyway. So I think 5 to 8. So we'll see you on there. See you in a few minutes. But do come over. Please hit the like button, hit the subscription button. And also remember to watch us as we bring you every game. He went quick, didn't he, Tequila?
He just wanted to drink, mate.
He just wanted to drink. Wonder what he's drinking.
I'm going to get myself a drink as well. Something heavy. I've got to watch Scotland now, damn it.
Yeah, anyway, listen, we'll see you in a few minutes. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.